People of the Okwama community in Ugeli South Local Government Area, Delta State, staged a protest on Sunday over the death of Pa James Ogoroko, President General of the community. They have given the federal government and Nigerian army a 7-day ultimatum to release their detained leaders or face potential unrest. They said if their demands were not met within 7 days, they will block River Niger, calling on soldiers and President Tinubu to come and kill them. The protesters, though they were peaceful, expressed visible anger over the death of their leader and continued detention without trial of 5 other community leaders. And there's an update. Another leader have died in military detention. So the Niger Delta community, Okwama community, you remember Okwama community, they are threatening to block River Niger if the federal government does not release the dead body and every other leader that have been arrested by the Nigerian military. Normally, if you arrest somebody, you arraign the person in court. But this case is different. When it comes to Nigeria, it's always different. Niger Delta communities have rejected to be part of Biafra. They prefer to be with Nigeria or identify with one Nigeria. They were even asking questions. Why are you treating us as if we are not Nigerians? Why are you treating us as if we are not Nigerians? When you look at that statement, you know that that statement says a lot about how you are being treated under a system, this current system. You arrested somebody, that person has been in custody for months, nobody is taking them to court, and they die in custody. People are just taking law into their hands in this current system. That's what we're saying. This system has to change. Niger Delta, so far you have refused to join the Biafra agitation. Go and call on Asari Dokubo. Go and call on Pa Edwin Clark. They should come to your aid. You cannot say you are supporting a system that oppresses you, supporting a system that they take a lot from you, and what they give back to you is injustice. You cannot say, yeah, because of, I don't understand. The other day, Asari Dokubo was saying all sort of rubbish from his mouth. Pa James, an elderly man, supposed to have seen the whole picture, saying that we don't trust, and the Biafran people are coming because of our oil and whatever. See, the Biafrans are not interested in oil. So far, you people want to be part and parcel of this one Nigeria unity, then this is your fate. Let me tell you, even the governor of Delta State is helpless in this situation. You cannot get justice with such a system. Your resources have been hijacked by the North and West. Your resources, the best you can be is just security. You are securing your pipelines. People are owning your land, owning your resources. Those people are not from your region. They are from far away north and the southwest. While you are impoverished, look at the community. Remember what happened the other time in Okwama community where some soldiers were killed. The military went there and they raised. Look at how tattered the community is looking, how undeveloped the community, where people make billions of almost trillions of naira from, where the Nigerian government and some Nigerian big men from the north, especially north, you know that the Sultan of Sokoto has enough oil wells that some of you that are from that community will never ever dream of having, but it is your land. But you refuse to join a Biafra to liberate yourself, and you are calling. Look at what the governor said. I'm calling on the Nigerian military not to do this. See, remember South Korea, when the Prime Minister declared martial law, the people moved in. The army went there, the people moved in and made sure that they stopped the Prime Minister from doing that rubbish. The people didn't say, let the army not implement the martial law now. Let the army, they sat down. Let the army, a governor, when they were destroying and killing in Okwama, the governor was barred from entering that community. The governor of a state, the chief security officer of a state was barred from entering that community. So you will reap
what you have sown. I don't know, sometimes when I look at these South leaders, in quote, South leader, when I look at them, I just shake my head. What people are saying may be true, that these guys, they just drink shekwe and ogogoro, and they forget. All they know is just go and collect owoda. Their own owoda is worse than the ones MC Oloma and his boys do. At least MC Oloma and his boys, they are involved in the system. But you see, when you go to these Niger Delta communities, they are all interested in going to those oil companies and collect money. Nobody's interested on how they are going to develop themselves and seek for autonomy of themselves. The Okoma community has been erased as we speak. That community is as good as not existing at all. Not existing. We gave you option of joining this Biafra agitation because of your greediness, because of your ignorance and stupidity. Most of your leaders, because of their short-sightedness. You think that the Igbo people are interested in your oil? You think that Igbo people are interested in your resources? Are you going to run a country in the 21st century just by oil? When you look at other countries that are top-tier countries, advanced societies, are they running the economy with oil? Or is it human development factor? When you go to that Okoma community, largely illiterate, largely villagers, largely people that have nothing to show. The ones that might have gone to school will leave that community and go and stay somewhere in Delta State and be collecting proceeds from that community. The government will just call them to one place, just give them engage them in one or two things, while the main money Nigeria is surviving on is coming from such communities. We are giving you, offering you, telling you, fight for your rights. Your right is the ownership to your land, and you benefit from your land. The Nigerian system would not benefit you as a black person. See, worst systems in the world, the Nigerian system. I read a report, or I read a comment from a Nigerian police officer. He said, most cases, the Nigerian police do not need any warrant to stop and search you. If they suspect you of anything, they can search you. They don't need any warrant to stop and search you. That is the law in Nigeria. While in other states, sometimes you need warrant. Police can't just see you and just stop and search you anyhow. Any form of suspicion, they will investigate and get a warrant. They stop and search you. They respect your privacy. But the law in Nigeria, police has, if the police feel somehow that this guy feels, they can call you, stop you, and search you. Police, that we have so many criminals in the system. And this is the same Nigerian system these Okoma residents are alleging or building their allegiance to. How many them be? How many them be where they want to stand and negotiate with the Nigerian government? People that want to put you in bondage. People that want to suppress you and make sure that you don't raise your head. These are the people that you say, we will find a way to negotiate our... It is the money these guys are eating from the government. People like Pa Edwin Clark. The governor is not interested in anything freedom. Any political office holder, they are not interested in anything freedom. This is happening. 2 leaders die in custody, yet the governor is not at the forefront fighting for his people, in quote. The governor of a state is not at the forefront fighting for his people. At least, even though they are holding him in detention, they should have charged him to court. Somebody, according to the report, innocent, but because an incident happened, an army captain was killed, some other soldiers were killed, the killers, one of them was making a video dead. The killers were at large. You now went and you picked the community leaders. We have been hearing different stories from different angles. That it was the Nigerian army, they got involved in a clash between 2 communities, and they are using style to support one other community, harassing the other community. So all her view, everything was just mixed up, and it resulted to the death of Nigerian military. So they had to go there and clear everything. Clear. Some of those community, the villagers were living in the bush. Some of them, even till now, some of them are living in the forest because there's no place they call their home. This is what you get for subscribing to a particular one, Nigeria. See, if you don't understand that you need to take your destiny in your hands now, I don't know when you're going to understand that. I don't know. When I'm looking at those Niger Delta guys, I just look at them. I look at greed. I look at ignorance. I look at foolishness to a great extent. I'm not forcing you. We're not forcing that you join the Biafra agitation. At least there are some things that you look at. This is not possible. If the Niger Delta community stop Nigeria from taking their oil, Nigeria will not last for 2 to 3 years. The major revenue that Nigeria gets is from oil. And well enough, the people in those communities are not well empowered enough as people that own oil. In fact, they need to be treated like egg. Soldiers need not go into those communities and start harassing them because they see them as nothing. When we were watching the video then that we heard that soldiers went to meet the community leaders and everything. We saw the houses, we saw the environment, we saw everything. A community that has oil. When you go far back Abuja, you see what is being built in Abuja, and come back, and these people will sit down and their eyes are not opened till now, and they have elders that have white beards and white hair, and the elders will sit and want to start telling people words of wisdom. Which wisdom are you sharing to people? That you are not seeing that you need to break free from a kind of bondage. Now, army arrest you, suppress you. Your oils are still the oil you are having. They are still taking it and developing other places. They almost erase down your village. Your people are living in fear. That is the kind of society per Edwin Clark. That is the kind of condition per Edwin Clark and Asari Dokubo wants you to live in. That is the kind of condition. I've told you, this system is not going to help you. The earlier the better that you forge your future for yourself. The more you look at this, the less you see. Oh. If I were to be the Sultan of Sokoto and I'm having almost 10 oil wells, I know that Niger Delta, we need Niger Delta to survive. I will do all I can. All I can as a politician. I will do all I can to make sure that I put you under suppression. And your leaders are thinking the same way, like slaves. Highest, it's for you to guard their pipeline now. Look at Asari Dokubo. Somebody will look at that person and give that person position. That's why Tinubu himself look and see and finish. Say this guy is not fit to be anywhere around me. He went to Asurok and was saying rubbish. He thought that he has arrived. Blah blah blah. Hold me responsible. If Tinubu this, he went. Somebody have been speaking from two sides. I don't know whether there's a special ogogoro they drink in that Niger Delta. Be speaking from two sides of your mouth. Today you say this, today you say that. I am not Igbo because of what you want to gain. Being Igbo, you have full rights to your natural resource. See, I'm not interested in whether you are going to benefit from your natural resources or not. What I'm interested in is a system that gives you justice and fairness. The army can just act above the law. Any agency of government can just wake up on the wrong side of the bed and act above the law. They are not concerned. Whether it doesn't concern them. Army arrest you. Normal thing. Take this person to court. They don't take the person to court. They are behaving like a lawless organization. Investigation, they use investigation and cover. We are investigating. You will be in detention till God knows when. When you go to prisons, when you go to detention facilities, that's how you see many people, because of the policeman was just feeling somehow. They arrested him, they took him, and he's in prison for like 8, 9, 10 years. People who know nothing, because of the fact that you find yourself in Nigeria, you're in Nigeria. Someone will just come and pick you anyhow and just put you inside cell. It's only people that have money that can survive. As if the community has money, they could have lobbied themselves. But you get oil, you will be security, you still poor. They give you allocations, small crumbs, you know still get money. Even people waiting for the Delta state will get money, they don't even still support you. Fight for freedom, you know, agree fight for freedom. When we come together, reason together, have a voice, shut down all these leaders, Niger Delta leaders that are collecting money on your behalf, enriching themselves or their children, positioning their children in different places. That's how they catch them. They will go and identify these Niger Delta leaders, those that bring themselves as leaders. Okay, call them to Abuja, give them one post, call your people, we have slots. That's how they hold them down. They are getting trillions from your natural resource instead of you being at the table, negotiating table, them negotiating with you how you can be able to get to give them your natural resource, the percentage you are taking. This is the oil well, this is the facility we want, and it's you that is determining what is going to happen. You are there, they are the ones calling you like, boy, come now, come. You have a daughter or you have a family member. We have like 10 employments in NMPC, and the kind of employment they will give you the lower cadre employment though. So then we'll give you allocation 1 billion every month, and that will enter your head. You have millions of people, they will just use 10 of you and give you people this small change, and you believe that is the whole world has been giving. That is the compensation. Yes, the government is doing well, while other millions are languishing. Your environment is being destroyed, your land is being destroyed, good for nothing. Your people are good for nothing, but because you are receiving money, you are selling your people. Instead of Okwama community to form a coalition and shut down all these their Niger Delta leaders that are going to sell them for peanuts, the federal government level, they are saying Biafra. See, one thing about Biafra is that when Biafra starts operating, see, natural boundaries are natural boundaries. I met a Muslim man, a Yoruba man. He said, God has divided Nigeria naturally. When you look at the map, naturally, Nigeria has been divided. So there are natural boundaries. There are communities that are Igbo-speaking communities that they have their, where they are living is their ancestral land. Since you don't want to join Biafra, you can determine, you people should do your census. Go and join the Nigeria. You're asking the army, why are you treating us as if are you Nigerians before? What is the value of a Nigerian life? What is the value of a Nigerian life? Look at Delefaro to me and look at how the police is messing up everything. Look at Yarabelu, look at Delefaro to me. Look at these two cases and look at APC supporters. People that I don't know whether they are thinking from their anus. We are not saying that this Delefaro to me has not made a blunder. Yes. Why are you not advocating for a process? A process that is transparent, a process that is just. Somebody is accused of stealing over 100 billion. The ovation is high. It is not handcuffed, but defamation case, you handcuff the person. And when the person is writing a book on Nigeria and its criminal justice system, is it not playing out before everybody? And because you are supporting a party in power, you are supporting criminality. Nigeria. And these leaders you are supporting, they are not patriotic Nigerians. They are stealing the country blind. They are destroying the future of unborn generations by what they are stealing, taking to other places. Won't it shock you? All these ABC people, they will not talk about the 7 and something houses. No, there are some topics they don't talk about. When it's a topic against their party, they don't talk about it, they keep quiet. But if it's something that they will find ways of blaming Peter B and anything, they will talk about. This is the kind of country you, Okwama, Niger Delta, want to be part of, whereby a police officer can just go anywhere and kill somebody and call their bluff. You can go and just, you see young guys, because the guy is dressing well, you stop the guy, you take the guy one place, because you are holding gun, you harass the guy, extort from the guy millions of naira, and send the guy away. In Enugu State, one was allegedly kidnapped by the police. And this is the society, this is the Nigeria you want to be part of. I've said it, this club of people, leaders, have nothing to do with changing Nigeria. They are part of the system, so it cannot be in their hands. Nigeria cannot change with them at the saddle or in position of authority. Nigeria cannot change. And if you think it's going to happen, my brother, you're just wasting your time. The army will not release any of your leaders. They will remain there. And there's nothing you can do. You can only protest. Does protest make sense again? You can only protest and make but and shout. Nobody is going to flinch anything. Nobody's going to release anybody. Even if he's good. You see what the Nigerian army is doing? They will pay. The community will pay. That's where they have their strength. But when they go and meet bandits that have craze like them, when they start falling and they'll be looking back and everything. But because of these are defenseless civilians, look how they are treating them. Ireo.